There you go.
Oh, is that your clap?
Yeah, hopefully. I've done the clap. I've gone for the clap.
Right, let's get me intro.
Go for it.
Hello and welcome back. Welcome back, you listeners and watchers. This is an unorthodox CEO. Well, I am. Today, we've got episode 14. And I want to let's start by thanking everybody that's been listening to us for the past 3.5 months. I know, I was shocked when I read this earlier. 3.5 months now we have been doing podcasting. And thank you for everybody that's been listening and tuning in and all of the various different ways that you get to hear our dulcet tones and our interviews. So thank you very much. Obviously, look, there's many of it. I've got a fact here. Let's get to this fact. Yes. Every week I say about liking and subscribing and following and all of that cool stuff. We now have 110 followers, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Fabulous. But there is a but. Yes, let's stop there, because out of all the listeners, only 71% of you haven't clicked like, subscribe or follow. That's right. So 110, that means I can't do the maths, but there's a lot of you out there that are listening every single week and you haven't liked and subscribed. So before I go any further, press that like now. Good. That's done. You've all clicked like, so we've got many more followers now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yes, we will talk about that next week. So I'm Steve Pickering, as you know, because you've been listening to me for 3.5 months, the CEO of Sussex Beds. And today we are filming with the voice behind the camera. Yes. So if you're watching on YouTube, sitting next to me is the lovely Victoria.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So you've heard her voice.
Yeah.
She's just been sat behind the camera. So here she is in front of the camera, because we had lots of requests to say, who is that voice in the background? So Here we are today. It's me and Victoria. So hello and welcome, Victoria.
Thank you. It feels weird being this side.
It does feel weird. I'm going to have a little slurp of tea. Hold on.
Go for it.
A little bit thirsty. Yeah. A little bit dry.
Here we go. Better.
There we go. That's better. So, cool. Welcome, Victoria. I suppose, really, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Everyone wants to know. Who's the real Victoria behind the camera?
So I joined Sussex Beds 4 years in August.
4 years in August.
So nearly 4 years now.
Yeah.
That I've been here. Yeah.
So you come
straight out of university.
Straight out of university.
Yeah. So I went from school.
Yeah.
To college.
Yeah.
Straight to university at 18.
18.
I went to Chichester. Had, the best time while we were there.
Yeah.
Lived with my friends.
And what did you study at university?
I studied digital marketing.
Yep.
In there. They had a business school.
Yeah.
That was great. It was a small university, so it was sort of school-like in the class. You think of university as a big lecture hall, 200 people. That wasn't my experience.
No.
Which was quite nice, which was one of the reasons I chose to go there. It was classroom style learning. There was probably 15 of us on my actual course, and then depending on what subject you were doing, you'd be with more people.
Yeah.
So I did digital marketing for 3 years there, which was great. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Although, 4 years ago, that slap bang in the middle of the pandemic.
It was.
So how did that affect your university?
It did. So I was going into the second half of my second year, so January 2020. We'd gone back to university. We'd started having house parties and things like that, all the things you do when you're 20, basically, at university. Come the March, we had obviously the email, and the uni was like, we're shutting.
Yeah.
We're only going to be shut for 2 weeks. Don't worry about it. Go home, come back in 2 weeks. We were like, oh, okay. not quite sure. You know, my mum and dad were like, I'm not sure it's going to be 2 weeks. Maybe bring some of your stuff home. I was like, oh, okay. You know, we all sort of packed up our rooms and left. Obviously, it wasn't 2 weeks.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks.
Come months later, I went back to collect all my stuff. We were staying in our house for our 3rd year anyway, so I could leave most of my things. I just went and got my clothes, came home. I went back in the end of September, October. Obviously, we had another lockdown in the November, which I stayed at university for. We could go to lectures. We had to wear masks. That was the only thing. So because we were so small, it didn't really matter. You could sit 2 meters apart from people and things like that.
All seems weird now, doesn't it?
It's very weird thinking back to it.
Thinking back,
we managed, luckily, to graduate in 2021. Lots of my friends at other universities didn't graduate till the following year, but they put on like a big outdoor graduation, so
cool.
we still managed to graduate in the summer, which was nice. To have that experience. But,
So completed university. And then I guess job hunting.
Job hunting basically.
Because you're from, so for anyone who don't know, we're based in St Leonard's. On sea in Sussex, and you're from St Leonard's.
I am. I grew up here. I've always lived here, which is cool. So
you left and then started job hunting. Did you expect to find a job locally, or did you think you would have to go further afield?
I thought I'd have to go further afield, to be honest with you. I always thought, I think it'd be really fun to work in London. To be honest, thinking now, I don't think it would be that fun for me. I quite like driving 10 minutes down the road. No, and lots of people had sent me lots of jobs, and actually a couple of people had sent my mum this job. And my mum was like, oh, have you seen this? And I was like, no, okay, well, I'll apply, see what happens. Obviously met Paula and Sarah. And there I was, and August of 2021. I joined Sussex Beds.
And here you are. 4 years on.
4 years later,
It's gone so quick.
It has.
I guess the question on my mind is, you work for us within the marketing department, digital marketing manager. How well did uni prepare you for the commercialness of working within a business?
I think the actual university side more does your personal, like how you are as a person, so your confidence and your maybe presentation and maybe how to get the job. Obviously you learn about business, but being in business is the best way to learn about business. It's like anything. I think it prepared me well as a person. Obviously when I came I was still very shy, but if you'd met me 3 years prior you would have thought, oh my god, she's really, really shy. I sort of came out of my shell, and obviously these last 4 years working here I've become more and more confident in what I do.
And what do you think is the biggest learning from studying to doing the job for real?
I think,
what do you think?
It's very different.
Is it?
You sort of, when you're learning, you're like, you're writing an essay or you're doing a presentation about something that you haven't been in. Whereas when you're in it, you're like, okay, this is real now. Like these numbers are real. Like you're not making this up anymore.
No, I guess So theory is very easy. Oh yeah, let's
theory.
Do that. But actually, in the real world with real money, and looking at, is it going to return? And what if it doesn't?
Exactly.
That's that money gone down the drain, or that's what it could feel like.
You get the pressure of it from that. We're at uni. We're like, we'd spend 10 grand on that and 5 grand on that. But when you're in business, you're like, hang on. Whoa. Because what are we spending on 50?
That's my name on that.
Exactly.
And that's quite a big difference. And do you think you handled that well, or do you think at first you were a bit cautious? Or
I think I was a little bit cautious probably when I first started. Obviously Paula was like, okay, so this is sort of what we've got, and this is how we spread it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then you think about like, oh, I'm in charge of that. Like that's my budget to spend. I think I'm better now. We're probably a bit more like, okay, let's give this a go with so much and things like that. But
and then you measure it. And 'cause with all of our marketing, everything we spend, we try and track, and get a number of what is the return on investment on what you spend out.
Which is very important.
Yeah,
for now.
I mean, I'm a firm believer is marketing can be seen as an expense, and it's not an expense.
No,
it is an investment that. I mean, we have budgets.
Yeah,
but
you've got to.
Realistically, that can go up and up and up as long as you're getting a return.
Oh, good, you can spend as much as you want.
Much as you want.
Really.
That's the challenge.
Yeah, where do you draw the line?
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Really good.
And I guess, what's the highlight of working with us? Is it what you expected? I guess, did you... a family business. I guess when you were looking at the job role, you knew it was going to be a family business. But was it really what you expected? Was it different?
I think it was quite different. I remember, this is really funny. On my first day, I know that inductions happen for everyone, and Josh did my induction.
Oh yeah.
And he was taking me through. They had the PowerPoints of the family business, and at that point, I didn't realise he was your son. Paula was, and it was only later on that he was like, "Mum," and I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Hang on, what's going on?" And it was only obviously the first few weeks that I finally started to realise, who was related to who and things like that. And I was like, "Oh, this is like they're all family.
This is family.
Yeah, this is a proper family business.
Yeah.
Like crazy."
Yeah.
It was different. I think I'd done. Obviously, I worked at Sainsbury's when I was 16.
Yeah.
Big company. It's what it is. I did a work placement at universities for Montezuma's Chocolates, which is sort of a family business. It was founded by a husband and wife.
Yeah.
Quite small still. That was very different than when I came here. So I was like, oh, okay, it was quite nice. It's a nice environment in our office.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I know, I saw you wrote that and I was like desperately thinking about what I could say.
Yeah.
I think I would like to specialise in a area of digital marketing.
Right.
I think, you can be all right at everything, but I think to specialise, you could be really good at something.
And what's the bit that really excites you?
There's a few bits, which is another. I quite like the email marketing side of it. It's really interesting.
Yes.
And I've enjoyed doing like the events and obviously this. So,
yes. Yeah. And the podcast.
Yeah. Exactly.
which brings us nicely on, doesn't it?
Yeah,
really?
It does actually.
So it really was your idea, your creative, to start a podcast.
Yeah.
And I think when you first said it to me, and I'm like, really? Okay.
You're like, oh.
Okay, yeah. So how are we going to do this? What's it going to be like? And we sort of. But you put it together. What inspired you to put this podcast together and really manage it?
There's a few things I'd probably say. So obviously, I follow you on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And we talk about your posts.
Yeah.
And I thought, you were like, oh, I've got, this many followers, nearly 1,000, over 1,000 now, haven't you?
Yes.
And it was like, oh, okay, that could be interesting. People are interested in what you're saying. I was like, okay, what could we do like as a next step? So at home, we watch YouTube vlogs they're called the Fellas Studios, and they're basically a video podcasting company that was set up by two YouTubers, and they're all about video and getting people in to talk about anything. So I thought, I could do that. Yeah. Why don't we give that a go? Yeah. You've got a platform now with people that would follow you, so you'd have people that would listen. I thought, you've got a brand. So we were like, I was like, do you want to try that?
Yeah. So where did you start? How did you put this together? What was it that,
Yeah, I thought, okay, so we've got the Unorthodox CEO. That's really interesting. We've got the family business. Yeah. People love to hear about that. Obviously, you've done some talks about the family business. You did one here.
Yeah.
And you've done a couple for, was it Knight? The accountant?
For Swindles.
That was it, Swindles, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, so we did that.
Yes.
And I thought, people are really interested. There was loads of people when you did the one here, and we thought, So we took that as a basis, basically.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, I need to come up with a structure. So I used a bit of AI, obviously, as you should.
As you should.
Sort of put in the things that I thought would be interesting, and it sort of gave me a structure.
Yeah.
So obviously our first one was all about you and about why you're an Unorthodox CEO. So we wanted to know, a bit about you, a bit about the family business, why you call yourself that. And then obviously Quickfire Questions. I'm not sure where it came from, but I thought, it'd be quite fun, a bit of this, shoving through. I sort of go, depending on who we've got coming on, or the subject, I write a new structure each time. Obviously, I write notes, and then I ask you to write notes, so that we've got like a mixture of our ideas together. Yeah.
And it's worked.
It has worked.
And I think what is really good, as you all know, listeners, is we don't cut nothing out.
No.
If I mumble my words or bumble my words, they stay in.
That's how it is.
Yeah, this is the way, and that's the way we are here. It is really genuine of our work environment, our culture. It's it's really about having a safe place to work, and I think that hopefully comes across, and that we're real people.
I hope that it does. We are. So
this is no big stuffy corporation. No. We are people. The emotions, and hopefully that comes across. And gets across what we're really like.
I think so.
So no, it's been really, really fun.
It's been fun, and I think.
Although when we go back to the first one, I don't know if I'd listen to that again.
I haven't listened to it since.
No. I think it gets easier as we go on.
Yeah, it does.
You forget this black thing in front of you. So but it has been fun.
Forgotten. It has. I've really enjoyed it actually. Yeah. And we've had loads of good guests. I have got a guest list, so if you would like to be a guest on our podcast, you should let us know.
If you want to come on,
exactly. We're building a big old guest list.
Yes.
So
there's some big names on there.
There is some big names on there.
I'm like, ooh, we're not giving away nothing yet. But anyway, yeah. No, that's cool. And so, what's been your highlight of working for Sussex Beds?
My highlight.
Or highlights.
I've probably had a few. It's been like big things. This year has got to be the charity ball.
Oh yeah.
That was so good. I really enjoyed like helping organise it, being really involved, speaking with the charity.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing. I think the other thing is, it sounds really strange, but like the teamship within our groups in the office.
Yes.
Is a highlight of my 4 years. There's never really been a time where I thought, I don't feel supported, or I don't feel that I can speak to someone. Like, it is we have a very open culture, I would say, where you can share whatever you would like. And I think that's a big win for me. So I feel confident enough now to be that open. It took time, but to get there.
And what's been your biggest challenges since working with us?
Biggest challenges, I would say the IT system. Not that I was heavily involved, but for the outlook for everyone else was challenging to see people in, such
stressed.
A way. Stressed. Or
I think we all felt it, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a high. I mean, that's now April last year. But even, these big IT changes, which I'm sure there's many listeners out there have gone through similar things.
Yeah.
They're necessary, but my goodness, they put so much pressure and stress on people. And you feed off that, don't you?
Yeah,
and I think that's probably the negative of our close environment is, we can feed off of somebody else's emotions if they're going through a challenge. It does feed through, doesn't it?
And all Paula and I could really do was help. We could help other people, and it was for us trying to manage but also try and help everyone else to take some of that pressure off. So there was little bits that we could do, we would do them because but I'd probably say that was the biggest.
You mentioned Paula, my wife.
Yeah.
So you work alongside Paula in the marketing department.
Yes.
You obviously handle the digital marketing.
Yeah.
And what's Paula, not that she'll listen. So this is just between us. What's Paula like as a lead?
I love Paula. Honestly, anything, if I ever had any issues, she would be there. She's always got ideas when I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. She's like, oh, why don't you think about this? I'm like, yeah, great idea. Let me go and sort that out. She's really easy to get on with. Obviously, we're friends outside of work as well, which I think really helps, which is really, really nice.
Did you expect that when you first joined, to the friendships that you formed? Because I mean, it's not just Paula, is it?
No.
I mean, Grace, my daughter, we've sort of interviewed. You're very close to Grace.
Yes.
And in fact, Grace is getting married in a couple of years.
She is.
And I believe she asked you something.
She did. She did ask me to be a bridesmaid.
Oh,
I was so excited. I had no words. I just was stood there like, ah. They laugh about it now. So. I got very close to Grace and to Paula, and no, I didn't really know what to expect.
No.
What sort of friends I would make. When I joined the office, Grace wasn't actually in the office.
No.
She didn't join until she was in the business, but she didn't come into the office until a couple months later. We were sort of sat opposite, and I was like, oh, we could be very good friends, me and you. And now we are.
So does that come with challenges? I mean, we've spoken a lot about family and business and how you're watched and scrutinised.
Yeah.
Do you think that is the same for a friend in business? Do you feel that your closeness it conflicts, or do you think there's kickback from others or not?
I hadn't really thought about it until very recently when we've been talking about it, and I thought maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Not loads, not like being a family member, but maybe slightly.
Yeah.
Some things.
Yes.
But
not,
No,
it doesn't really. No.
Not really, I would say. For me, maybe other people would think differently, but not for me. I sort of not. No.
That's cool. That's cool. And so the stresses of work, we've talked about the pressures and things. How do you de-stress? What's your hobbies? What do you do outside of work?
So I like the gym.
Yep.
When I go, haven't been in a couple of weeks. Need to get myself back there. But I do like it when I go. Honestly, it's the getting there.
Yeah.
That's the worst bit. Once you're there, you think, I'll go then.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go now.
Yeah.
My other big interest is eating.
Yes.
And going out for dinner.
Yeah.
There's like a joke in the office every Friday. Shane asks me where I'm going for dinner this weekend. I'm like, oh, okay.
And where are you going this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? I actually not. Oh, am I not? Oh no, I'm going to Grace's.
So you're going to Grace's.
We're having some sort of food. So does that?
Yeah,
I think that counts. So yeah.
So you like food?
Yeah,
you like food,
eating, like going out.
Yeah.
Probably those are my two biggest hobbies, to be honest with you. Unless you count, as Paula said, trash TV.
Yes.
Love a bit of Love Island.
Yes.
We're 6 weeks into the 8 weeks at the moment.
Are you?
It's brilliant.
It's almost finished then.
It is.
Oh, good.
You've got a couple of weeks left.
Oh, right. Okay. I might get to see Paula then between nine in a couple of weeks. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's probably my other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I like it.
And I think really something we wanted to touch on is, I mean, you are an incredibly passionate, but I think in recent months, brave young lady.
Thank you.
And you've been going through your own challenges, personal challenges. And we spoke before we come on. I said, do you want to talk about it? Because I think, it's bringing the human side to business. We can always be about numbers, and I think with many of our guests, we've learned that it's not all shiny in a big shiny towel. We all have our personal issues, and you've had yours.
I have.
And tell us a little bit about how that started and what you've been going through over the last. So
basically, since January, I've started losing my hair. I was diagnosed with alopecia areata, they call it, when I was 15.
Right.
And I lost a little bit of hair back then. Steroid injections fixed it. It's fine. For the last 2 years, I've been losing my eyebrow. So I've only had really one eyebrow for 2 years. And then, January this year, I started losing my hair. By the end of March, I was basically completely bald.
Yeah.
I'd lost all the hair on my head, all the hair on my face, got no eyelashes. Yeah, and it was tough. Really, really tough. I think as a woman, it's worse, to be honest, because hair is such a big thing for everyone. You don't really see bald women, so it's quite a big thing. Obviously, I'm wearing my wig today because I thought, okay, Josh said to me, if you look back on this on a year, how do you want to look? And I thought, no, I want to wear my wig because this is me now. So it's been hard. I think it was really hard for Josh as well, my mum and dad.
What was the toughest bit?
I think it was when it's coming out. It was like coming out in clumps.
Yeah.
And you just brush my hair and it would all come out, or be in the shower and it would just like run down and just a clump of hair would just go. I think it was the trauma of that that was the hardest bit.
Do you think you've accepted that?
I think I have.
Is that the hard? I mean,
Yeah, but honestly, I probably only accepted it in the last 2 or 3 weeks, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I haven't cried for like a month, so that's brilliant. I think I have accepted it now that this is, obviously there's lots of big events coming up that I've sort of trying to set goals for. I've got a friend getting married next year, I've got Grace getting married the year after, I've got other I think, okay, if I can just try and, either grow some hair between now and then, or I can wear my wig, it's... Yeah,
I think that all of us are so proud of how
Thank you.
I mean, you've been incredible, and even Paula said, she couldn't have done what you've done. She would have been mortified, not been able to get. But you've been so brave, and I think we're all so proud of the person you are and how you've handled yourself, and the support from everyone
crazy
here.
Support.
And we will be there all the way through it. But
Thank you.
At the end of it, you are still a beautiful young woman.
Thanks.
And so well done for speaking out, because I think it's like all of our guests that have spoke about their issues, the response is back and the support has been incredible. There's people out there going through similar things. And just to show that actually it doesn't stop you. No. You're doing all of the stuff you want to do. I think that was one of the main things. I was like, I can't let this stop me from carrying on, because it's... Life continues.
Exactly. I just got to keep going. And I did, to be honest. That was... I just sort of went for it. Yeah. But no, the support, especially in here, has been amazing. Everyone's so kind. So. Yeah.
Cool. That's good. Right.
Yeah. It's good.
So, quickfire questions. Let's move on to quickfire questions.
Okay, let's do it.
So I haven't done it. So obviously, normally every week you give me the quickfire questions. So who should I get to do the quickfire questions? So I sent a message to Paula. Yeah.
Nice.
And said, could you send over 5 quickfire questions?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Okay. I'm a bit nervous.
This is what you do to everyone
I know,
every week.
I feel really bad.
So question number one. Here we go. You love holidays. What is your dream destination?
Oh, I think, actually, at the moment, my dream destination would be LA, Los Angeles. Yeah.
Oh.
So Josh and I are determined to do all the Disneylands.
Yes.
There's obviously a Disneyland in California.
Yes. Yeah.
That's probably right now my
LA.
dream.
That's
dream
your next bucket list.
I'd love that.
Where are you going?
I go to Singapore in November for my cousin's wedding, and then to Hong Kong for a week, where we're going to do Disneyland, because there's a Disneyland there. And then Josh and I will have done 2 together on the list.
Oh wow, cool. That's Josh. You haven't mentioned Josh.
No.
Yeah, so let's give a shout out to Josh.
Yeah, hi Josh, because you're definitely listening. Josh is my boyfriend, everybody. For those who don't know me.
Okay, question number two. What are the advantages of working for a family business?
I think the advantages are the caring environment, the ability, actually, I think, to talk to leadership, like really easily. Obviously, you do feedback every month. We could write on that and it would go straight into leadership if there was a problem. And I think that is the biggest
the
bit.
close communication channels to whoever you need to speak to. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 3. Okay. Funniest moment at work.
Oh.
You must have known that's coming because you ask that to everyone every week.
Oh no.
Where have you had a belly laugh?
Funniest moment.
Working.
Normally I just laughing at everyone else. That sounds so bad.
Okay, funniest person you've laughed at.
Oh God. Why's my mind gone blank? There's been so many. We're always laughing in here.
Yeah. Okay. Think about it. We'll come back to question 3. I'm going to go on to question 4, and then we'll come back to question 3. If you had to choose one thing to never be able to eat again, would it be Marmite or cheese?
Oh no! I think it'd have to be Marmite.
Yes.
I love cheese so much.
Yeah, Marmite.
That's
can go.
hard.
Marmite can go.
I
don't even
Marmite.
know what Marmite. There wouldn't even be.
Those are my 2 favourite things. Though.
I mean, your dish with pasta and Marmite.
Yeah.
Marmite. I can't even say it but
I'm obsessed.
Is that a uni dish?
I think it was. Yeah, a bit of Marmite pasta.
Marmite pasta. Goodness. Oh. So you'd stick with the cheese.
Yeah, I think I would.
Stick with the cheese.
Yeah.
You heard it right here, people. Cheese is better than Marmite. Question number 5. If you...
Oh no!
If you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
Oh. I think I'd want to be able to fly.
Fly?
Yeah.
That would be
really
handy.
random?
Yeah, no, I get
like
that.
Superman vibes. Just
Yeah.
Zoom to work.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to sit in traffic.
No traffic.
Oh, I hate traffic.
Yeah.
I think that would be go here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, because you are a bit of a Marvel fan.
I am. We do like a bit of Marvel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a,
Yeah. And there you go. So going back to question number 3, can you remember a big hearty laugh?
What, recently?
Not recently. What about when Darren done something on the telephone?
That was funny. Darren delivering.
Didn't he? Picked up the phone.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
What is it? Good morning, Sussex Beds. Darren delivering. We were cruising. I think it was Josh actually. He was like, oh my God, listen to this. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, there's been so many. Every week we do an award, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
We've spoken about that before. And
yeah.
I mean, last week, Sue thought she bought 1 packet of 10 ice poles. Yeah. She actually bought 10 packets of 10 ice poles, and we ended up with 100.
100 ice poles. Did she won the...
She did win the award.
The bed knob of the week last week. Yeah, well done, Sue, for winning the bed knob of the week. Yeah.
It's funny.
We do try and have a laugh. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I did just think of something.
Oh, go on.
So I have an issue with sizing. So
yes.
Every time I ask Grace to print something, it's huge. So if you see a picture on Instagram of us and Paula with the big check, it wasn't meant to be that big.
Was it not?
No. But it was. It was quite funny.
There was the big panda in the Hayward Heath window, wasn't
there?
Yeah,
that was quite
Was
funny.
that you as well?
That might have been me. I think I did order that, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, I did do that.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll put a picture up for people.
Yeah.
The big sheep.
Yeah. Oh, the big sheep. It wasn't the panda.
Big sheep
it was the big
me.
sheep. Yeah.
The big sheep was me.
There we go.
That's funny.
There we go. So we move on to tip of the week. And I thought, okay, let's do Vic's tip of the week. What would be your tip for everybody out there listening? What's your tip of the week?
I think I would say, even if you're going through a challenging time, 1, try and speak to people, and 2, try to carry on. As hard as it sounds, I don't think there's anything worse than, say, wallowing in your own upsetness.
Yeah.
Everyone's been there and done that, but actually to try and carry on while trying to deal with it, for me, worked the best.
Yeah.
And I think just talk to people. That's why they're there.
Yeah. Share. Yeah.
What's they say? A problem shared is a problem halved. Something like that. Yeah.
No, I think that's really, and obviously you've been there, so it's that's really good. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Vic.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, there we go.
Done it.
That's the end. That's the end of this week's podcast. Yeah. I've got a little outro.
You have.
So I noticed and it's a wrap is back.
It's back.
It's back and it's a wrap. That is a wrap. I've been asked to remind you again, but you've already done it because we spoke about this at the beginning of this podcast. Hit like, hit follow, so you get notified of every new episode coming out. Don't forget, leave a rating and maybe a nice review or whatever you think of our little podcast. If there's something you'd like for us to talk about, if you have any questions, if you want to put some questions forward, please feel free to do so.
I'd love to do that. We could do questions from the reviews. Questions from our listeners. So if you've got some questions you want Victoria to ask me or whoever, fire them through. That's it. Don't forget, join us next Wednesday for another episode. We will be sending that out. Tune in. And if you need any more unfiltered business talk, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and on LinkedIn, of course, at Unorthodox CEO. So that's it. I'll send you off if you're listening or watching in the morning. Good morning, everybody. If you're driving along, was highlighted. If you're driving, a lot of you are out there listening to our little podcast driving. Safe drive. Lunch, eating your lunch. Have a nice sandwich. And if you're in bed, listening before you go to sleep, good night. Enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
I think I waffled.